Hello and welcome to a brand new video by myself, Chris, from Sorare on the Budget. Today I'm going to be taking a look at the Scottish Premiership. Basically, since the end of the season, I've been getting a lot of questions. Is this player worth having? Is this player worth having? What do you think of this guy, that guy, the next thing? So I thought what I'll do is I'll take a little end of season look, position by position, and just discuss players that I think have maybe got a good bit of value to them, whether it's they've already moved club or that have just been consistent performers throughout the season. So I'm going to be starting with the goalkeepers, as I just mentioned. So it's going to cover off limited and rare. Obviously, you can check these. The information I'm going to give is regardless of what scarcity you're playing. If it's super rare you're looking for, you will need to find the prices for those. I feel like my audience, being the budget, is probably more inclined to be towards the limited and the rares. The information is correct as of today, which is the 11th of June at 12 p.m. If you're brand new to the channel, hit the subscribe button below. It helps grow the channel. And if you're brand new to Sorare and looking at the video and seeing the prices that are available at the market at the moment, you can join up using my link. It's in the description below, or you can see it on the screen, sorareonabudget.com, and that'll take you through the Sorare sign-up process. So let's get started. First and foremost, we have the Motherwell goalkeeper, Liam Kelly. Now, he's been a very consistent performer all season, as he was expected to be. I did have him at the start of the season, and his price, back in August last year, the prices were much, much higher than they are now, and I think I sold them for just about £1,000. So currently on the market, his limited card is going for around about £10-11, 0.007. Now, the prices that I've got, I should say this up front, these are the prices that are the most recent sale prices. The market listings are much, much higher. So expect to pay a little bit more if you're going to the market, or if you can find them on the auctions, although everything is indeed starting to creep up again, which is good to see for us all. His rare price, 0.158, which was about 220, 210, 220. So I think that's really good value. He played every single game last season for Motherwell. Last 15 of 50 and last 40 of 45. Now, he had 11 clean sheets in those 38 games, conceding 51 on the way. He's contracted till June of 2024, so he's got a full year left on there. 27 years of age, captain, and he's also been included in the recent Scotland squads as well. So a very, very solid goalkeeper, and it's all going to depend on how Motherwell build on their successful end of the season. Next up is a keeper that I've got myself, and I've had him for quite some time, Trevor Carlson of St Mirren. He is now 35 years of age, but he is a fantastic goalkeeper. He's actually got another 2 years on his contract. He's contracted till June 2025. He only just signed a brand new deal in March, so a very safe pair of hands. Limited cards are going for roughly about £6, if even that. And the rare cards on the auctions and actually the market had been 0.115. Now, personally, I think that's extremely cheap, but I do think a lot of the prices are still soft. He played in all bar one game this past season. The only one he didn't play was the last game of the season, where it was a dead game for St Mirren, so they gave their backup a run out. He had 10 clean sheets in those 37 games, 58 conceded. As I say, new deal was just signed in March. Last 15 of 42 and a last 40 of 40. So I do feel that, again, the scores are fairly low, but when you're looking for a 240 team, for example, that's going to be ideal just to fit in there, and that allows you to fit in a few bigger players as your outfield players. Moving on to another aging gentleman, David Marshall, former Scotland international, hero for his penalty save in Serbia. He has a last 15 and last 40 of 41. Now, his limited cards are going for under £4.50, and his rare card is going for under £150. I think it's about 140. Now, those are very, very soft prices. He is 38 years of age. However, he is the clear number one still there. He's contracted till June of next year. So if you were able to get, half a season out of him and then move him on, I'm sure he's going to have helped you towards some thresholds. Played all 38 games, 11 clean sheets, 58 conceded. I just think it's really, really good value. Yes, there's age concerns, but to be honest, as I've said in many, many videos, you're not married to these cards. You can move them on at any point. So it's well worth having a wee look at a player like that. Now, one who escaped relegation through the playoffs, but had been a fairly consistent performer all season long, was Ross Laidlaw of Ross County. Now, a last 15 of 43 and a last 40 of 45. His prices are a little bit obscured. The limit price is about right, 0.004. So again, about just under £6. His rare price though, everybody was selling them off really cheaply. So it was shown as 0.064, which is about £100. You're not going to get them for £100. I think the cheapest I've seen on the market was 0.11. So again, I think that is really good value. Now, whether Ross County struggle next season or not is for anybody to guess. My guess would probably be yes, but we've got months of recruitment before that the season actually kicks off. So 38 out of 38 games played last season, 9 clean sheets, did concede 60 goals overall. He signed a new contract in January, which takes him through to June 2026. So he's got 3 full years on his contract. I don't see him being replaced. He is as safe without an injury being the number one. I just don't see that changing. But if you can get him in that £150 bracket, I think you'll be doing very, very well. If you're paying £6 for a limited card that helps you get through thresholds, it's going to cover itself very, very quickly. Now, I don't normally include some of the higher priced keepers or higher priced cards, to be perfectly honest, but because the values I just think are really, really good, I've included them. So we've got Joe Hart of Celtic. Obviously, he's 36 years of age. So a new manager coming in, there could be a slight element of doubt. A new manager comes in, wants to bring his own players in or what have you. It's hard to say. So maybe take this one with a little grain of, you might have to wait and see. I do see him still being the number one, but you don't know what could happen. Limited cards are coming in at 0.01, give or take. So again, about £14, £15. Rare cards 0.218. So that is about 310, give or take. He played 37 out of 38 games. He was rested for one of the games, and Scott Bain made an absolute pig's ear of that game. So I don't think he'll see the light of day. Last 15 of 45 and a last 40 of 47. 16 clean sheets for the season and conceded 30 goals. So the only caveat I do have with Joe Hart is just that slight uncertainty with a new manager coming in. What does that mean for his future? So, but I have included him. Celtic goalkeeper, he's going to get a lot of clean sheets and some good scores. Finally, the number one goalkeeper on all of Sorare for the last 15, and that is Killa from Aberdeen. Now, his limited cards are 0.014, pretty high as far as a lot of the limited cards are going, especially out of season ones, basically. So that's coming in about, what, 21, 22 quid? His rare card is coming in at 0.229. So it's about 310, 320. But that is for somebody who is currently the number one goalkeeper in all of Sorare. He played 31 of the 38 games. He did have a hamstring issue, which he missed about a month and a half with. 13 clean sheets in those 31 games, however, which is actually probably on par with Joe Hart's ratio almost. 40 goals conceded for the season. 31 years of age, contracted till next June, and he does have the benefit of European football. So last 15 is 63, so he did have a very, very good end of season. Basically since he came back from his injury, he was like a different keeper. So yes, those are the ones that I've got, the 6 that I've listed as recommended. Now, I'm going to touch briefly on the other 6 goalkeepers that, or the other 6 teams and what their goalkeeper situations look like. My side, Dundee, newly promoted. Adam Lesden's fantastic head of hair. And a tremendous goalie top too. He has just signed a new 2-year contract, as has young Harry Sharp. Unless another goalkeeper comes in, which is possible, you don't know what could happen over the summer. I do see when the season rolls round that Adam Lesden's will be the number one. I have one in my gallery, so I'm pretty confident in that one. Hearts now, bit of uncertainty. This would definitely be a buy both goalkeeper situation. Xander Clark will probably start the season as the number one. Craig Gordon's still coming back after that horror leg break. They were talking that he would probably be getting out onto the grass when the rest of the team are doing pre-season. So chances are he's maybe not going to see action until, I don't know, September, maybe October. So I do see Xander Clark starting the season. However, Craig Gordon should take over again. However, his age, does he have any setbacks? It's very hard to say. So that for me would be a buy both goalkeeper scenario. Kilmarnock, Sam Walker is out of contract. There's no new deal on, that's been announced as of yet. I've been keeping an eye on it. Their backup goalkeeper was a loanee as well. So there's a wee bit of, I could see either Sam Walker coming back or a new goalkeeper coming into place there. Who that would be, no idea. I'm not going to give any guesses. But that's one that's got a fair amount of uncertainty in it, and I wouldn't be spending the type of money that Sam Walker's sitting in the market, where I could go and put an extra 20, 30 quid and get a Ross Laidlaw or a David Marshall, that kind of thing. Livingston, there's a lot of uncertainty around Livingston at the moment. They sliced almost 20% off their playing budget for the season. Nicky Devlin, their captain, away at Aberdeen. I did see just before the weekend they were advertising on Twitter for a shirt sponsor, front of shirt sponsor. So that doesn't strike me as having a lot of financial confidence, shall we say. So there might be a few players that might be victims to moving on, or possibly worse as the season goes on for Livingston. They have a very small fan base. I don't see a scenario where, I think there's major financial trouble there, basically. So Shamal George, I've got a question mark against him. Should be the number one. He signed a 4-year deal when he came. But could he go back down south to League One, League Two? It's possible. If Livingston are looking to, move players in and out. Rangers, they just signed Jack Butland, no cards. St Johnstone, Ross Sinclair is an under-23 goalkeeper. He was the Scotland under-21s goalkeeper. He was out on loan at Montrose, so he had no cards. However, he should, unless St Johnstone get another keeper in, I imagine he will start the season as the number one, which would be good for Scotland as well. But that was just to give a little bit of clarity on what I see as the other cards there. But there's a lot of good value, as I say, in amongst those. So thanks to everybody who subscribed to the channel. If you've got any ideas for upcoming videos, please drop me a DM. You get me on Twitter at Sorare on the Budget, or leave it in the comments below. What do you think of the video? Have you got any thoughts yourself on some of the goalkeepers? Again, leave it in the comments below. That'd be great to read. Part 2 will come on Monday, and that will be the defenders. I'm then going to do a separate video for the midfielders and a separate video for the forwards. So come Wednesday, all 4 videos will be available, and you can go and have a look at those. So, without further ado, guys, I'll let you go. Take care, and I will speak to you all again very soon.